Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be taking this hair from Longqi Hair, Longqi Beauty, I think that's how it's pronounced, and it's actually jet black Cambodian hair. I'm going to be showing you how I got this hair from this color to the cover image, which is like a brownish golden, just nice hair. I have a lot of black curly hairs, so I definitely knew I was going to take this hair a lot lighter because there's no point having like 5 of the same type of hair texture. However, this is my first time reviewing Cambodian hair. I'm just showing you the contents of the hair. It came with eyelashes, and it also came with this lovely, lovely satin bonnet that I have actually I've been wearing every day. So it's really, really soft. It's like, yeah, it's satin. I don't think it's silk. I think it's satin. So it's satin bonnet and it's nice. So I'm just showing you the hair now. It comes in like this clear cellophane bag and also in this mesh net. I think that's what it's called, a mesh net. And then just to protect the hair from frizz. This is the hair. It has a very lovely sheen for curly hair, so that's good. It doesn't look frizzy. Okay, so I'm just showing you the Cambodian, texture as it's written on the pack. So here is the closure that comes with the hair. I'm going to just speed it up so that this video will not be too long. It's just a regular 4x4 closure, and you can see it's exactly the same texture with the actual bundles. The reason I'm saying is I know that sometimes you get curly hair and the closure is a bit different from the actual bundles. So if you're a bit extra like me, you can decide to measure your bundles just to be sure if it's the exact same length as written on the pack, and it was. So here I'm just showing you the kind of wig caps that I'm going to use, or the wig cap I'm going to use. Normally I use this adjustable net wig cap, but I'm not going to be using that today because it's just curly hair, and I want to use the dome cap today just for a change on my channel. So I'm using this dome cap. As you can see, it's just a regular spandex dome cap. However, I got it in a larger size, so I'm going to show you where you can see the size on the packaging if you decide to get this. I'm going to place it on my cork head, my canvas head, so you can see exactly how it fits. It's a 23-inch canvas head, and it fits just snug. And I think my head is about that size, so that's the large size of the dome cap that I bought, the spandex dome cap, and it's from Murray or Magic Collection. I think it's Murray Collection. Yes, so I'm just going to be showing you the tools I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a curved needle. This is my preferred needle when I'm using my hand to sew hair. As you can see, I got like a box, and also I'm going to be using T-pins. T-pins are awesome. I have about, I think, 50 pieces. I use it to pin down the hair when I'm sewing or the closure. So you're going to need about maybe 10 T-pins, or depending on how you want to pin your hair. So here I'm just cutting off the, what would I call it, like the plastic on the closure, and I'm going to just pin it to my mannequin. So which is what I'm going to do now. And the reason why I'm doing this first is because you want to map out where the closure is going to stay before you begin to sew. So here I'm just pinning down. It's like just like tailoring. Obviously I'm going to use like a rubber band, an elastic band, just to take away the hair so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. So you simply use the T-pins to hold the hair in place, and this is what I've done. So when you're done, you want to unravel your weft and then begin to sew around the wig. That's what you want to do. But I'm not going to show you all of that on camera. Everyone knows how to sew. So here I'm just, threading my needle, tying it multiple times, and then you can now take the wefts that have been unraveled from the bundles and you begin to sew back and forth. Okay? Very easy. Left to right, left to right, left to right. Just make sure that you measure everything before you're done so that you ensure that all the 3 bundles are enough for the hair. So this is my wig, it's done. Now, as you can see, we haven't cut off that part where we lit the closure. So you're definitely going to need to cut that off. Once you cut that off, you can decide to just wear the wig like that, but definitely we need to customize. So I'm just using like a regular scissors just to cut off, any excess fabric, just anything extra off the closure space, if that makes any sense. Don't worry, your wig will be fine. You want to go back in and trim any excess fabric that you did not trim at the first trial, you do that again. Now, one thing I notice is that sometimes when I'm done cutting, I have a look at the edges, like the edges of the cap. And if I need to reinforce it with like needle and thread, I do that. So I take my needle and thread and I begin to thread it again, just to make sure that place is properly taut and neat, and then it doesn't rip when I place it on my head. After that's done, you can decide to cut off your closure if you want, but I'm not going to do that till like later on in the video. So my cap is fine. So here I'm just showing you some box dyes. Literally, like I bought this box dye for like £1, right? I think like from pound. I just saw it. I'm like, let me give it a try. So I don't expect it to be anything nice. And it also says at the back, as you can see, that if the hair is dark brown or black, it's not recommended. And my hair is black, so I'm not going to be able to use this right now. I'm going to use it after I bleach the hair to like a really light blonde, like a light shade, and then I will now use this on it. Like this is the light brown dye, and I'm going to use it over the hair once I'm done bleaching. Now to bleach, I'm going to be using my Trulites bleach. Now I have a container that is almost empty, so instead of me using like my tinting bowl, I'm just going to pour it back into the container and put my 30 volume Truzone developer. But definitely want to wear our safety gloves because we don't want chemicals on our hands. Now once that's done, you want to lay foil on the work center or wherever you're working on. You want to add your developer to the bleach powder. You want to mix, and then you begin to add bleach powder and developer as you please, depending on the consistency that you want. Now since we are bleaching the entire hair, you don't want it to be too thick. It's not a closure. It can be runny, but not running like juice, probably running like maybe a thick pap or a thick custard. So you just want to lay your hair and you want to start to paint it. Now notice I'm starting from the end. That's because I want the ends to be a lot lighter. You repeat this process. It looks like it's so fast. Trust me, this took me like almost 20 minutes to ensure that the hair was thoroughly coated the way I wanted. I didn't want the middle part of the hair to be light. I wanted the ends to be a lot lighter than the hair. So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to wrap it up in a foil, the foil that I was using, wrap it up in another foil, and I'll just keep it like a roast, like as if you want to roast yam or something, and just leave it for like, I think 20 to 30 minutes. Now, I went to take a shower, which I shouldn't have done, but it still works fine anyway, because by the time I came back after the shower, the hair was literally steaming. I don't know if you can see, like that was steam from the hair. It was already hot. But I was really happy that the hair lifted very well, so I decided to go in with like a brightening shampoo to wash it. After washing, your hair should look like this. I haven't conditioned it, I just washed it. And you guys, look at how beautiful the curls are. Like, it's so nice. Now, one thing about curly hair is that, or when you lighten hair, is that once you wash it or when hair is wet, it always appears darker. That's just the rule of thumb. It's a lot lighter in reality. So here is me just using my leftover bleach just to bleach the closure, because obviously we still want the closure to be customized. So while that's bleaching, I'm just going to quickly take those box dyes that I bought earlier just to remove any brassy tones from my hair. And because the dye I have here, the box dyes that I bought were or are light brown in shade, so it's just going to make my hair a lot cooler, not too warm, not too red, just a lot cooler. So that's why I'm applying it on the root of the hair and on the ends as well. So I'm basically just going to apply it on the hair thoroughly. Now, I'm not sure if this did anything magnificent, but I know that it did help when I was done. But it's literally just a £1 box dye. I don't expect it to change my hair from, brown to urban, no. But it did help with the coloring process. So once that's done, you want to wash, you want to condition. I conditioned it, I deep conditioned it, and look at how luscious, how gorgeous, how beautiful this hair looks. Like, it looks so beautiful when wet. Like, the ringlets are just stunning. Now, at this point, you can just leave it to dry naturally. You can decide to comb it. You can decide to do anything, but I decided to apply like a serum and also like a curl cream, just so that it maintains the sheen, and also so that the hair, when it dries, I don't need to apply too much product on it, just to ensure that the integrity of the hair remains the same, which I really love. So I'm just ensuring that I apply to the ends, because the ends of the hair are usually the driest, especially with all this. I've done like 3 stages of coloring on this hair already. So I'm just taking my white tooth comb, which you need for curly hair. I know this seems like a lot of processes, but soup waste sweet and money will kill them. So yeah, there's a lot of effort. That's why I don't envy people that do style hair for a living. Like, they're supposed to charge very well, because a lot of time, I think I did this video over 2 days. So yeah, I'm just combing it out, and that's just a little bit of the shedding that came out from the washing and everything, which I don't think is too bad, to be honest. And for curly hair, I don't think it's too bad. So I'm just using my hand to just pat the curls back into place, and then I'm just going to wring the hair, and then you can leave it to dry. So after a few hours, I came back. I was already getting impatient. I had somewhere to go, so I decided to use my blow dryer on hot setting, not cool setting. You can use cool setting if you want, because a dome cap takes forever to dry, so I used it to dry the insides of the dome cap. So now we're going to set the part of the hair. This is very important. You can try to do this on your actual head, but I chose not to. I'm just using a metal tail comb. I'm going to put all the names of the products I used in the description box below, and I'm just parting the part, and then I take my tweezer and I remove some hair from the part so that the parting is more pronounced. You can use a concealer, a powder to make sure the parting is more pronounced, but because it's curly hair, I wanted to do that. Then I go in with the mousse just to set the part further, and then I think I also use a setting lotion, and then I use a hairspray, but just watch, and I think everything else is self-explanatory. So literally what this mousse does is just to help the parts to set properly. And then you want to take your rat tail comb again, or your metal tail comb, and you want to ensure that you comb everything in place just the way you want. After that is done, I'm going to take my holding spray. This is Bristows. You can get all these products in Nigeria from nigerianaturals.com. You can get them in the UK from your beauty supply store. And I'm just using my alligator clips, or duck clips as they're called, just to hold it in place, just so that it doesn't dry flat. Yeah, so you can leave it to dry naturally at this point, and I think I did that. So while that's drying, I just go in with like my small manicure scissors, and I remove any extra thread, any thing that doesn't look nice. You can decide to cut your own lace at this point, but I didn't. I decided to leave it till when I was ready to put it on my head. The last thing I'm putting on the hair at this stage is just like a hair wax, just to ensure that there are no flyaways. So once that's done, this is me just, arranging the hair on my head and just standing up so you can see the length. So yeah, that's the hair. I haven't cut the lace clearly, so I'm going to cut the lace. I'm going to style it. I'm going to add like some leave-in conditioner. I'm not wearing like a full face of makeup. I just have foundation on, and yeah, and I have my brows done. Here I'm just getting ready to cut the lace off, so I'm going to be using a manicure scissors. But first, I'm going to pull my hair away from my face so I don't mistakenly cut the extensions. So you just want to pull it forward, and you just want to cut it like in a zigzag motion. You don't want to cut it straight across. You want to cut it very carefully. One thing I do is I don't cut it too close to my hairline, and then I can always go back and trim in case I make errors. So you might want to do that. Yeah, so you can do that. So once that's done, when I'm done trimming, I just ensure that I have it look properly. I trim away anything that is excess on the hair. Then I'm going to be taking like my tweezer. I'm using this tweezer just to remove some hair from the hairline, because I noticed that it was a bit bulky. So once you're done tweezing, you want to go in with a comb and a white tooth comb just to remove any excess hair that you've twisted out. Here I'm just putting a leave-in conditioner just so that it retains the curls as the other part of the hair, because now I've brushed it out, so the curl pattern has changed, so we don't want that. So here, what I'm just doing is taking my Bold Hold hair glue. It's like a glue for lace wigs, and I'm just using the end of my metal tail comb to dip it into the pot or to the small tub, and then I apply it on my hairline. So after that is done, I'm just going to lay it down on my hairline. Now, I know the camera is a bit far off, but I'm going to move closer now so you can see exactly what I'm doing. As you can see, the lace is melting literally into my skin, and it's just a closure. So you can leave it this way, but we're not going to do that. So I'm going to take some Got2b gel, some Got2b invisible gel with a toothbrush, a hairbrush toothbrush, and I'm going to try to create little baby hairs on my head, right? So that's just to make it look less wiggy and a bit more realistic. So we're going to do like little tiny swoops, and then that's what we're going to do. So once that's done, you're going to take like I'm using like cutout pantyhose. You can use an elastic, you can use a scarf, you can use wrap strips, and I'm just tying it down on my hairline just so that the glue sets in place. So you can decide to wear your makeup. I'm not going to do that. All I just decided to do was just wear some earrings just so I look a bit more vibrant. And then that's about it, really. So here I'm just showing you the hair. I'm going to come now and I'm going to tell you more about the hair and the company, the shipping, and the review, and what I think so far, and then the last thing I should have done to the hair, or I wanted to do to the hair. So that's that. Okay. So I think I'm done with this hair. Yes, I'm done. I think the only thing I didn't do on this hair is just to flatten the top with my curling wand. And the reason I didn't do that is because I tried to do that, but my adapter that I use, because the mouth, I think it has a 2-mouthed plug, is missing. So I need to get another one. So that's why I haven't done that. But if you're brave, you can actually use your pressing iron to just press the top so it's a bit flat. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do that. I would have loved to use a curling wand. So yeah, that's about it for this hair from Longqi Hair, and so far so good. Let me just give a quick review of the hair. This hair was shipped out to me I think on a Friday. I received it on a Tuesday, which was really fast. I did check the sender's address because I thought it was going to come from China, but it didn't. It actually came from Birmingham, and I don't know how they did that, but that was really good, especially with all these import bans into the UK with coronavirus and everything going on. So yeah, came from Birmingham. It came in like 4 or 3 days. No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So besides the weekend, like literally like 2 days. Came in 2 days via DHL. So that was good. You guys saw how I bleached it, how I colored it. The hair actually took well to the bleach. I was very impressed. I was talking to my friend on the phone while I was bleaching the hair, and I noticed that it was bleaching really fast. So I think I decided to go and take a shower, and before I was done, when I came out, I was just like shocked because of how light it had gotten. So that's why I toned it down with the hair dye that I used in the video. I'm sure I inserted that clip as well. Hopefully all the clips are safe by the time you're watching this video at this point. So I just made sure that I toned it down with a bit of dye, and then just so it doesn't have like the brassy red tones, I want something more golden brown. I don't want something reddish white. Do you get? So I was able to do that. Then you guys saw how I cut the parting. Now shedding, which is very important for curly hair like this. When you twist the part or you bleach it, I find out that this is prone to shedding, definitely. So I did experience some shedding, but I don't think it sheds like, you know, excessively. Well, I would say that if you decide to get any kind of curly hair, including this one from Longqi Hair, the Cambodian curly, you definitely need to be very good with hair. Like, you need to be someone that is good with hair. It's like your natural hair. If you leave your natural hair out and then you just sleep at night, you don't use it, put it on a bonnet, you don't use the leave-in conditioner, you just go like that, of course it's going to turn into like sponge, and we don't want that. So with this hair, I recommend that you use a white tooth comb. I think I showed that earlier. I recommend you use a leave-in conditioner. This is the brand that I use. I use the Anjaki's, not on my watch, detangling, instant detangling therapy. I really love this stuff. I use it on my natural hair as well, so that's what I use. And also you can use like a wet look gel just to, you know, seal in the moisture, and then you can apply like a serum or an oil or like an oil glaze or like an oil sheen spray, just so it doesn't get dry. Because I find that the lighter the hair, if hair is black, it can actually look like it has some sheen, but if hair is like blonde, lighter, brown, it may begin to look dry. So you may want to apply some sheen on this hair. So that's that. What else did I notice with the hair? The lengths were fine. I did measure that. Everything was okay, literally. Like, I haven't worn this hair out. This is my first time wearing it out. So I'm gonna wear it out, and maybe at the end of this video I would put like a caption just to say if it held up well, if it held moisture well. Obviously it's not your natural hair, it's not coming out of my scalp, it's a wig, so there's only so much that it can do, but this is good hair. So far so good. I really like the curls. I love the texture. I like that you can wear it as a wet look and also a dry look hair. So dry look in the sense of you can let it be voluminous, yeah, it can be really like big if you decide not to put any products, and it can also be very sleek and curly, and you know, just juicy and luscious if you decide to use a gel, a water spray bottle like this, and a leave-in conditioner, which I did on this side just a bit. So I did that. So yeah, that's about it with Longqi Hair. I'm going to put all the description, all the details in the caption in the description box below. Please check it out. I'll put the links on the screen. I'll put the links to purchase. I'll put everything, that all the important information that I think will help you, I'll put it there. And yeah, what else do I have to say? Okay, nothing. I really like this hair. I like curly hair. I love it. Spring is literally here, although it's still freezing in Glasgow. Yeah, so I'll be wearing this out. I'll be wearing this out a lot. So yeah, that's about it for this video and for this review. Yeah, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and you leave a comment. And yeah, so that's about it for now. I'm going out now. I'm going to the shops. I want to go do my nails because I think 2 of my nails fell out, so I'm going to do my nails. I'm going to the shops to buy a few things, and I'm also going to buy the adapter of my curling wand. So yes, that's about it, guys. And yeah, I don't even know what to say again. Yeah, till next time, stay blessed. Bye bye.